these four, who did not know each other before that day, agreed to come back to the campus and sit down with me and talk about what they saw, how they have been coping, and what that incident taught them about America today.
People were running everywhere, shouting.
Four strangers forever linked by a single moment they can't unsee at Charlie Kirk's Prove Me Wrong tour. Jason Behunin, Christian Overton, Kurt Lichty, and 15-year-old Carter Lloyd all stood somewhere in the crowd on September 10th. Jason is in the red hat in this picture, just off to Charlie's right.
When I was coming into UVU, I hadn't been following Charlie Kirk very much at all, except for the last few months. I didn't really know much about Turning Point or anything like that. I was like, oh, he still has tickets. I checked online and went to UVU, got the ticket, or went to Turning Point, got the tickets to come in, and came in about 45 minutes early and worked my way all the way down into the front row. I didn't know what to think. I actually kind of just went numb at the point. I didn't know what was going on. Just everybody started yelling and screaming. I was numb. I was very confused. Very, very confused. I didn't know what had happened. I had heard shots before, but it just didn't seem like this was the place that something like that would happen. Kind of buried it down. I'm still processing it. I've not ever got over it. It's probably something I will never get over. I think about the event every time I drive by UVU. I try not to look at the old pictures that I have on my phone of the videos of that day and stuff like that. And I went home and I just kind of buried it down. I never really talked about it to anybody except for Christian here and my wife, and that was it. I can't look at UVU anymore. It's hard to look at UVU as you're driving down because I witnessed something that was tragic. It's hard to think about it. I used to work for Department of Corrections, so I worked death row, and I've seen these people, and I've seen people that have been sentenced to death. And what bugs me the most is that they get convicted and sentenced to a death penalty, and then there's years they sit. And most of them just, until last year, I believe, they just expire on, of natural causes before they see the penalty. We could all heal from this and come together and for the greater good, for the United States to move forward. I just think we should all get behind one another and keep moving forward.
For someone that was not there that day, you were there that day. What do you think, what do you tell that person that wasn't there?
For somebody who was there, life is fragile. It's a meaningless assassination that happened, unfortunately. But we should still have those open debates. It doesn't matter if it's politics or about school or whatever, but have open debates. If you have a friend who's a liberal or a Republican or whatever, who cares? Have that open discussion with them. See what their thoughts are. And if they don't agree with you, move on and go fishing. Who cares?
If you're being honest, did you feel that way before September 10th?
Oh, yes and no. I really don't care what's going on in the world right now, except in my little bubble. And my wife, my family and stuff, I don't care what's going on. But this has opened my eyes to there's a lot more going on than what I actually see. And so it's kind of opened my eyes to what's going on in the world right now. Unfortunately, we can't have that debate without, a threat of violence somewhere, coming from somewhere. And I'm kind of hoping that we can move on and heal from this and have that open discussion in front of people without the fear of violence of some sort. It shouldn't matter. We all are human. We all have our interests in life. We all strive for certain things and goals that are special to us as an individual. And why does that make him a little bit different? Because he sees the world a little bit different than me. I think we should all just come together and move on.
Those who were there, September 10th will always be the day a debate turned into a crime scene and a reminder for them of how quickly conversation turned into violence. They all saw the exact same thing, but are processing it very, very differently. As they walked away from this, the event changed them, but they also say they agree on one thing: they still believe in the power of conversation. I'm Jim Spiewak. Thank you for watching this YouTube original.